We live in violent times. We experience widespread confusion, a loss of sense of purpose, of direction, society worldwide drifting. So what's new? We know this. But we also know how urgent it is that we begin to find a way through this, a way which will lead us to global peace, to hope, to harmony, to the ability to live together on this planet. We have been reflecting on the possible ways that are open to us, and we realize that we must, as human beings, find something that fascinates us. You know, fascination? If I suggested that being fascinated, irresistibly fascinated by a mystery, was the way ahead for humanity in this time of crisis and radical change, you might be surprised. But on reflection, we realize that this is the truth and a choice which is before us and which it is urgent that we make. Under that title, An Irresistible Fascination, we've been able to discover the way ahead, and we'd like to share it with you. Fascination. Have you ever been fascinated? Fascinated by something, by someone? Can you remember what it felt like? What changes it brought about in your life? Fascination is not addiction. Although when we look at the experience of addiction, we realize that the person held in that addiction seems to be irresistibly fascinated, but they're not. They have simply lost the capacity to choose. This is not fascination. Whether the person is addicted to substances like drugs or success or money or sex, there is always a loss of choice, a loss of freedom of choice. Fascination is not being mesmerized either. We're all aware of the dance of the cobra that mesmerizes its victims before it strikes its deadly poison. Or have you ever stood and watched floodwaters rising, seemingly unable to move away because you don't really believe they will ever reach you? A more frequent example of being mesmerized, which we all experience, is going into an enormous supermarket with so many possibilities of choice that we lose the capacity to really choose. I experienced this recently when I was in a supermarket and I'd been asked to buy some oats, some porridge oats. And I was confronted with a whole range of sizes, packets, names, bio-saturated, rough, untouched by human hand varieties that in the end I walked away and said to somebody else, "You go and choose, I can't." Mesmerized by choice. But this is not fascination either. Fascination is a basic human trait. We like to be caught and held in wonder. We experience this most often in watching young children. The little girl who can sit for a very long time just watching the butterfly's wings open and close, and open and close. No questioning, no analysis, no need to express the experience, just caught and held in wonder. We've all experienced this many times in our lives. This capacity to be held in wonder, to be overawed by mystery, is actually at the basis of all worthwhile, genuine, earth-shaking discoveries in cosmology or medicine or any other branch of human knowledge. But there's more than that. Is there an irresistible fascination that will pull each human being, and ultimately the whole of humanity, through this period of crisis and destruction into a future of hope, of harmony, life-giving and vital. What could that irresistible fascination be? When we watch this little horse and I try to attach it to this piece of plastic, it falls. If I attach it to the scissors, it should stay. Now why? Magnetic attraction. Nothing magical, very simple, a common everyday experience. The horse and the scissors stay together because they are of the same essence, metal to metal. They're held together. There is a fascination for the horse. It is held by the scissors, metal to metal. Now, what is that irresistible fascination, that irresistible attraction that would draw humanity through crisis? We'll go on reflecting on this.